So now the outside of the shed is painted, it's time to do the inside. Do excuse the mess. Our shed is a bit of a mess because I'm working on that side of the room. And my plan is to put up this glittery wallpaper. I've never done that before, so this could be interesting. I have a load of instructions. I'm not sure I've even got enough material, but we're gonna make it work. I've taken off the skirting board. I've hoovered the floor. I've got wallpaper adhesive, a hammer, and some tacks to hold it in place. And because I don't think I've got enough of this stuff, I am actually going to cut along this edge and get rid of this edge first. I know you're not supposed to. You're supposed to overlap the edges and cut them with a Stanley knife, but I don't think I've got enough of this wallpaper. Then I'm going to pop it on the wall, fix it in place with some tacks, and because the roof slopes, I'm then going to cut the material with a Stanley knife. Behind me is that glitter wall I put up the other day. We have since moved everything in the shed over this side of the room because I'm going to paint this wall behind me black. That seems like a good idea, doesn't it? Well, that's the wall painted. I've done 2 coats on that wall now. Pleased with how that's looking. So now on to painting this little patch of floor. Hello, Chico. Please do not step in any paint. Does it meet your criteria? Are you enjoying this? Does it look okay for you? Supervisor Chico. You happy with the work I've done? Yeah? You happy with that? Don't eat the paint. So I've just got to paint this patch of floor tonight and then let it dry so we can get some of this stuff moved back over and Andy can finish making the ottomans. So we've got some seating. Andy has been busy building ottomans. I know you can't see them, but under there is the first 2 ottomans, and we should have another one there and another one there to make it into like a U-shaped sofa. Andy's away getting a second-hand coffee table at the moment. I'm also praying the rest of the upholstery foam arrives today. And then sometime next week, we should get blinds for the windows and doors. So last night, I got a good amount of the floor painted. And yeah, I did paint around some things. But I got all this painted. So I'm pretty happy with that. Hopefully now it's all dry and I can move some of this stuff back over to where it needs to live. And then I can get the rest of the floor painted under all of this. I mean, I literally did just paint around the edges. It's wherever I could reach. Seemed to make sense at the time. So I've had a bit of a busy day. This is starting to look a little bit tidier, isn't it? I've moved everything from this space back to where I'd like it. Moved everything else to over here. I've put up some fairy lights. This is the archway from our wedding, and there was loads of greenery left over, so I thought I would just add to it a little bit. Time to get Hoover in so I can paint this last patch of floor. And then hopefully when it's dry, Andy can finish building the ottomans. And then in this space here, there is going to be a U-shaped sofa made out of ottomans with lots of storage. And our foam came today, upholstery foam. It's really thick. I'm really impressed at the quality of this stuff. And we've just gotten just some cheap covers. They're a bit like fitted sheets. Quite impressed with these things. Works really well. It's for a 3-seater sofa. But you know, I think that's going to work fabulously. And that'll save me doing any sewing. So this is all my covers for the foam. And we've got a whole pile of pillows here. So these are kind of triangular shapes. I think they're 20 centimetres along the bottom. They've even got little pockets. Don't know if we're going to use them. But these are going to be the backs of the sofas, hopefully. Before I get any more distracted, I'm going to get Hoover in and finish painting this floor. So where did I leave off with this? I think I just painted the last of the floor. So that is all dried now, and Andy has been busily making a U-shaped sofa out of ottomans. So we've got lots of storage. They're just on hinges. And so much space. So hopefully in this one I shall be keeping fruit and veg next year. Well, veg anyway, over the winter. So today I need to paint these ottomans and this shelf. We've got all the upholstery foam and the backings for the sofas here. We have tested them out. It all fits. I've taken it off and out of the way so I can get this painted, and Andy is now going to help me move this table because it's really heavy, but it only cost us 30 quid from Facebook Marketplace.
What do you want done?
I just need the table moved out of the way. We could just move it like that way, just so I can get into paint. So 1, 2, 3. For the first coat I'm just going to use a matte black paint. I haven't quite decided on the second coat. I thought about doing a gloss black over it afterwards, just to make it a bit more hard wearing. But then I thought, would it be good to cover the bottom section of the ottomans with a material or wallpaper, just so I can hide all the edges and the screw holes? Haven't decided yet, so I'm gonna do the first coat and then make some decisions. I've finished painting the inside of the ottomans and the lids on the inside. So I'm just going to wait for this to dry and put the lids down and paint the top. First coat on the ottomans is dry. It's now time to do a hard wearing coat with some black gloss. I'm just using exterior paint because that's just what I have. And I think I'm just going to do the outside. I was thinking to like wallpaper or cover the bottom with some material or something, but do you know what? It'll do for the moment, and maybe in time I will change my mind and do something a little bit more robust or a little bit prettier, but for right now we're just going to gloss. I've finished doing the gloss paint on the ottomans, so now I've just got to wait for it to dry. Oh yeah, and I did the shelf as well. Paint's dry on the ottomans, so now it's time to add some upholstery foam, some backrests, some cushions, maybe a couple of blankets and throws, and I think this area's just about finished. Admittedly, I haven't done a very good job of wallpapering that glitter wall. I don't think I used enough wallpaper paste, but that's okay. I've got some picture frames from charity shops I'm going to paint neon colours and disguise it slightly. So let's get on with the upholstery, and I suppose I have cheated for this a tiny little bit. For the seats, we just got this upholstery foam. I think it's 5 inches thick, and it's really quite firm. It's really comfortable, and because I'm too lazy to sew anything, we just got these 3-seater seat covers. Well, it's a bit like a fitted sheet, just goes over the top. And we just got it to the closest size of the ottomans. It's got 4 of them, 4 covers, so I'm going to get that on. So that's how the ottomans look with the upholstery foam on the top with their fitted sheet covers. These ones seem to pick up every little piece of dirt and fluff, so I think I will have to get different covers for them. They're not the best, but they will just protect the foam until we get something more suitable. And for the backrests on the chairs, we got these. Triangular support cushions. I think I've got 2 of these in king size and 4 of them in double bed size. I can't remember the exact measurements. They're not super firm, but they are definitely doing the right job. Again, maybe not perfect if we had made them ourselves, but for price wise and convenience, this was a great option. I suppose I should better get these on as well. And these are also really easy to tell apart because in the middle, you've got little divot things. So the king size ones have 6 and the double sizes have 5. So they should be really easy to put in the right place. Starting to come together. That's what it looks like with the backrests on. I think what I need is covers that are the same material as this, kind of like a velvety type look to it. And I think that would tie it together a little bit better. But again, for right now, I think this will work perfectly well. And for decorative cushions, I just went to the charity shop. I think all of these were like £1 or £1.50 each. And if that's not enough, I have some old cushions in a cupboard that are quite covered in dog hair. I have ordered some cushion covers for those. Only 1 has arrived so far. I have 1 cushion already that I think will work. So I will scatter them on, wait for the other cushion covers to arrive. Might need a few blankets and throws. I don't have anything like that yet, but I guess it'll really just depend how cold it is in here. But we do have a heater, so hopefully that won't be a problem. I have also ordered some lights for the shelf. I already had this kind of spangly light. I just ordered some of these cheap neon lights. I've got the flamingo. I'm also waiting for a dinosaur and a bat. So this is what our drinking shed is looking like now. Or as we affectionately like to call it, Chateau de la Torrance. It's just the name of the shed. I think most of the walls are painted now. We've put pictures up. We've got a nice little seating area with table and chairs with our wedding backdrop behind it. We've also got the bar area. It's not very well stocked at the moment, but we do have a fridge freezer. And it was only 35 quid off Facebook Marketplace, which is pretty good, although I'm not quite convinced the freezer's working. It keeps defrosting every now and again, but I have a sneaking suspicion people keep turning it off by accident. And I don't notice, or one of us notices, that we just put the lights and switch on at all the same time. It's the same plug. So time will tell with that. And in this side of the room is our nightclub seating area. Well, that's kind of what it's based on. I put some multicoloured fairy lights up because I realised the multicoloured fairy lights make the glitter wall look like it's holographic. And I just think it looks more fun. The neon signs have also arrived. I do particularly enjoy the bat that's hanging upside down from the shelf. That was of course Andy's idea, and I very much approve. The U-shaped sofa that Andy built out of ottomans has worked so well. I've already filled them full of absolute tat and junk. I would need to get rid of some of that stuff, but that's a job for another day. Of course, some more of the cushion covers have arrived, which I'm quite pleased with. And we've got a few rugs. I mainly got this rug because it's multicoloured, so you won't see drink spillages. It's a bit of a mess already. So my future plans in here, well, there's going to be a lot of upcycling and a few more things to build, starting with that extendable table. I've had it a really long time. It's got far too much paint on it and it's really dirty, so it just really needs a good clean up, a good sand, and I haven't decided if I'm going to paint it or varnish it yet. We've also got this lovely ottoman seat. It's had better days, and this is where I've been storing my fruit and veg over winter. And I totally forgot there's apples in there and they are all rotten. After I've finished filming, I'm going to have to go and clear all that out. Can't believe I did that. I've also got to upcycle this coffee table that's surrounded by the U-shaped sofa. It's got a lot of blemishes. It doesn't match the decor this side of the room. I kind of want to paint it black, and I'll probably put some gold on it. Because as always, when in doubt, add gold. And yes, I do need to do something about this glitter wall. There's a lot of bubbles in it. I haven't done the best job, but it was my first time doing it, so I'm pleased with that. I'm going to try to disguise all those imperfections with picture frames I've bought from the charity shop. My plan is to paint them bright colours, all different colours, and I'm not quite sure what I'm going to put in them. Probably black and white photos of us and our mates, because I think that'll be pretty cool. I'm also on the lookout for some instruments. Acoustic guitar, fiddle, violin, that kind of thing. So if any of our mates come over that are musical and they want to have a little jamming session, they can. I thought I might hang that up like in the centre of where the archway is, because there's no other place really to put them. But by far the biggest project is going to be sorting out this area, where the decks are. As you can see, it's a total mess. We've got a microwave, a couple of speakers, heater, bedding. Obviously decks are piled on top of it, some stuff that's been left from Halloween and parties. So yeah, we need to do something about that. So Andy is going to build something custom, so he can put his decks on and then just lift off the lid and play. Hopefully it'll look slightly neater, and so I can get to the windows. What I'd really like is a shelf on top of everything, so I can put plants there that can be easily then lifted off. If we do have people over for summer barbecue, we want to have the decks on, we can. But I think that is very much a project for the summer. It's going to be an Andy project, so I leave him with that. He can build it, I'll make it look nice. And that is the progress of our drinking shed. So if you've enjoyed this video, leave a like, leave a comment, share and subscribe. Of course, subscribing is optional, but it is very much appreciated. So thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!